If you're looking for a tiny and compact, long-lasting video camera that has all the extra bells and whistles that you could want, I have something that's going to get you really excited. Right here in this small box, we have the VIDCASTIVE Mini Spy Hidden Video Camera that has everything you can want in a tiny compact camera and some things you wouldn't expect in such a small form factor. First things first, it shoots in up to 4K Ultra HD resolution at up to 30 frames per second. It has automatic night vision built in so you can see things in the dark, and it automatically switches between day and night vision depending on how much ambient lighting there is. It has motion as well as AI human detection, so it knows exactly when to start recording, and on top of that, it can sit there in standby mode for up to 100 days, which is insane. This is all powered by a 3000 milliamp hour battery that can actually be charged while it's being used at the same time, so that way you can always plug it in and have it last pretty much forever. The cool thing about the 100 days of standby time is that it goes into a sleep mode and you can actually activate it with your app, because it also does have Wi-Fi connectivity built right in, so you can remotely view your content, start recording, and all that good stuff. Now, if you want to record video non-stop, you're getting up to 19 hours of battery life on a single charge recording, which is pretty insane, and that boggles my mind given how small this thing is. Now, that being said, if you want to record that video footage on an SD card, it doesn't include one, but it does support up to a 256 gigabyte micro SD card, so you can record a ton of footage. But remember, we do have the remote feature, so you can remotely view the footage and a live feed directly on your smartphone with no subscription cost whatsoever, and it also does support up to 3 days of recording in the cloud, so you can always take a look at that when you need to. Pretty cool. Now, I don't know about you, but that's checking all my boxes right there, and I'm pretty excited to get inside this thing. We have a nice, sleek, and incognito box right here, fitting, you already know. Let's pull this thing on open. Everything is nicely packed away, nice and black everywhere. Inside the box, we have a micro SD to USB-A cable, a USB-A micro SD card reader, an easy-to-use mount with some 3M adhesive so you can mount this camera anywhere, a 1/4-inch thread mount, a user manual, and then we're on to the camera itself, and this thing is very small. Get it out of this plastic, and as you can see, we're looking at a glossy black cube here. I mean, this is very stealthy. The size right here, 1.5 inches cubed. So 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches all around. It is that small. It does have some good weight to it. It does actually feel very solid. It does feel like we have a plastic shell here, but it does feel very strong for being made out of plastic. Now, over here on the front, we do have the 4K recording lens here to get some 4K Ultra HD video. Right underneath, we do have a light sensor as well as an infrared sensor down here so it can detect motion. We also do have the infrared lens right here so it can light up the night so you can see in complete and total darkness. We also do have indicator lights as well. Over here on the side, we do have a micro SD card slot along with the charging port. Then coming up here to the top, we do have an on and off switch right here, very easy to use, right next to a reset button as well. Overall, a very simple design that looks very easy to use. So first things first, let's get this thing plugged into some power so we can get it charged up. As you can see, the LED indicator light is lit up amber, so we know that it is charging. You can also see the light peeking through the front right here, very nice. So now, in order to get full functionality of this tiny camera, we are gonna download the Ocam Pro app on our smartphone and open it up. Make sure you register your account and you'll be good to go. Once you're inside of the app, we're going to add a new device. We actually scan the QR code on the bottom of the camera, just like so. So now we're going to turn on the camera, hold down the reset button, and now we have the blue LED light flashing on the inside. So we're going to press check, press next. Next, we're going to connect to our Wi-Fi network. Just make sure it's a 2.4 gigahertz network because this will not work on a 5 gigahertz network. We're going to tap on next. Confirm our information. So now we have a QR code here with our Wi-Fi information so it can get sent over to the camera. So we're gonna hold the camera at it and let it scan it. And just like that, it scanned it. I heard a little tone and we are connected. So now we can name our camera. So I'll just call it Nanny Cam. We also do have a bunch of preset names if you want to choose one of those. We're gonna tap on Get Started. It's binding to our account. Now, in order to test the Wi-Fi signal at the location of installation, put the camera and the phone next to each other while you're going to install the camera. Okay, so let's do this. We're checking the Wi-Fi signal. Oh, look at that. We're live. And that looks really clear too. Okay, so the Wi-Fi signal is strong, so we are good to go. Now you can have your settings. So notification push, if you want to get a push notification when it detects movement or something, you can turn that on. Motion detection, as well as cloud video recording switch. So after this is turned off, the cloud will not save your videos and the current cloud storage server time will not be extended. So you can choose to turn that off if you don't want it to go to the cloud. So we can tap on get started. And here we go. So added successfully. Our current device supports 3 days of cloud looping. So every 3 days it'll start recording over the oldest footage. So you always have the past 72 hours recorded in the cloud so you can go back and look at the footage. And remember, this is without a subscription fee, which is very impressive and very nice to see. But of course there are subscriptions. So if you want to have a 30-day super long cloud recording, then you can upgrade to that. But I'm gonna just think about it. So now that we're inside of the app, we can see all the information here. Up on the top right, we do have the Wi-Fi signal, the battery. We can see that it is currently charging and it is currently online. We can tap the little hamburger icon at the top right. We can choose a list or 4 screens. So I guess if you happen to have more cameras set up, you can see them all at the same time, which is very nice. We can also add another device as well. Now over here on the bottom underneath the video, we do have silence. So we can actually silence notifications if you don't want to be disturbed for a certain amount of time or just forever. Then we also have share, so you can go in here and you can share the QR code for your camera so other people can look at your camera as well, which is very cool. Then we also have playback, which is upgradable, but remember we do have 3 days in the cloud. And as you can see, we do have all the footage right here, just from right now, and it says what time it is right here. So as you can see, it's 0055, so that's midnight 55 minutes. We can see that it was a motion detection alarm, and we can actually play the video, and as you can see, the video actually does play relatively quickly. It does take a few seconds to load, but as you can see, it does look very good quality-wise. I'm really impressed. That's very impressive. And as you can see, when we get to full screen, we do have the date and time stamped on there as well, so you know exactly when the video took place. Very nice. Now up on the top right, we do have a settings icon. So if we go here, we can actually see which camera it is, the signal strength, all that good stuff, our device settings. So right here, you can change the name. You can adjust the volume of the microphone right here for recording, hide the indicator light, which is what you want to do if you want this to be a hidden camera. As you can see, the light did just turn off, so there's no light there except for the charging light because we do have it plugged in. We can make it a priority view camera, so if you have multiple cameras set up, this will be the first one that it shows you. We have video management, so you can customize that, and as you can see, boom, we can see a live feed right here. We can choose automatic night vision or turn off night vision completely no matter how dark it gets, which is a cool feature if you don't want to use night vision. Although personally, I want to use night vision, so I'm gonna leave that on. You can also flip the camera upside down if you have it mounted upside down like so, very cool. Then we can also have light anti-interference 50 Hertz, but because I'm in the United States, we'll switch that over to 60 Hertz so we don't have flicker. And then we can also turn the watermark on and off of the video. As you can see, we can turn it off and have it nice and clear, or turn it on so we always know when the video was recorded. Personally, I like to have it on just so I can know exactly when the video happened. Now if we go back, we can see our Wi-Fi network as well as enhanced Wi-Fi mode, and we can restart or delete the device. Now if we come back here, we have power mode. So these are our different options right here. We're currently in power saving mode. So in power saving mode, the camera can be awakened by the motion or the app and the battery consumption is low. Then we can have continuous working mode. It doesn't sleep and works all the time and the battery will run out. Then we have super power saving mode. So this one's where you can get a super long standby time. So in this mode, the camera can only be woken up by motions in the front of the camera and the app cannot wake up the device and it consumes the least amount of power. But personally, I'm gonna just leave it on power saving mode because I wanna be able to wake it up with my app because that's one of my favorite features is to check in on things. Next right here, we do have device health. So if we go over here, we can see our current power supply mode is battery and we are charging. We can see our signal strength, test the Wi-Fi, serial number, firmware, MAC address, activation time, and all that good stuff. Looks like we might have an update. We actually do have an upgrade right here. So I'm gonna upgrade it real quick so we can get the best possible experience. All right, so we are back. The upgrade only took about 2 minutes downloading and installing, which was very great. So now we can get back to where we were, settings, anything else in here. We do have monitoring function. So right here, we can turn on motion detection, the frequency of it. So frequent, general, or regular, depending on how often you want it to cool down after it detects motion. we have human detection on and off. So it'll use AI to figure out if there's a human there and alert you to that, which is very nice if you want to be like, hey, there's somebody there, and not get triggered by a pet or something. Then we have cloud video recording, which you can turn on and off, as well as how long you want it to record, from 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and all the way up to 30 seconds. But remember, the longer the recording, the lower your battery life will be. Now, if we go down here, we also have detection schedule, so you can have it only detect, like, for example, when you're at work from 9 to 5, it'll record then, but when you come home, it'll stop recording and looking for motion and all that because you're at home, and obviously it's you walking around triggering it, so why would you record that? Next up, we do have AI Smart Service. So it looks like nothing's really in here, but remember, it does have AI human detection. Then we have the micro SD card recording settings, so you can have sound recording on and off, as well as format. And then we can share and help. So as you can see, a lot of stuff you can do in here to customize this camera. Then over here in the middle, we do have messages on the home screen. So if we tap on that, you actually see all your different alerts and what actually happened. And then you can watch the video as well. Then over here on the right side, we can go to mine. And this is where you can see your account. You can adjust your security, and it's basically just for your account, not really related to the camera. So if we come back to the home page, we can actually watch the live feed. So let's go in here. We're instantly connected. It tells you how much data it's using. We are at about 200 kilobytes a second, strong Wi-Fi and charging right now. And as you can see, I mean, this video quality looks great for being in such a small form factor. I mean, look at that. You can see my eye. I mean, that's, not gonna lie, that's impressive. This looks very clear. Now, wow. So let me see, HD, we can also go to Super HD. So that's not even 4K right there. So let's go actually to Super HD right here. We can turn the sound on, and then now we can listen to the sound as well, which is, wow. It's kind of hard to talk to myself and listen to myself at the same time, but it's working, I can hear it. Now we can go here and tap on close to close the bottom right here, and we can actually zoom in. Oh, that's very cool. You can also go to more, so motion detection, remote shutdown, night vision. We can take a screenshot. And as you can see, it took a screenshot of the current frame. If you want to take a picture of something that's happening, then you can also tap on record, and then it'll start recording the video into your phone's library, just like so. And this is what the video looks and sounds like. So this is what you should expect. Very cool. You can press stop just like so, and then it saved it to our album. And then you can also see human frame here. So it'll actually frame around a human with the AI capabilities, which is very nice. It knows that I'm a human. It's like, hey, the human's right here. Let's track him real quick. So that's very cool. Although personally, I don't like having the frame in the video because it's kind of annoying unless you really want to track somebody, but you know, it's up to you and you can turn it on and off. Very, very nice, very easy to use. Let me actually back out of this thing. Let's press play again. I mean, that connects instantly. That's impressive. Of course you need a strong Wi-Fi connection, but wow, that's impressive. Seriously. Watch, let me back out, go back in. 1 second and we're in, like instantaneous. Very, very impressive. So with that being said, I'm gonna actually get this camera set up somewhere and, you know, like get a couple of shots and see what it looks like, including in the dark. Hey Google, lights out. As you guys can see, I just turned out all the lights and the camera should have automatically switched over to night vision. I can't see a thing, but hopefully that's not an issue for you and the night vision kicked in and it's doing its job. So, as you can see, I'm kind of scared. So, let's go try some other places. This thing will potentially get very hot and you don't want to burn yourself. Now, look at this. And we are back, and honestly, all in all, this VIDCASTIVE mini hidden video camera right here with up to 4K 30 frames per second resolution, all the Wi-Fi features you could want, motion detection, night vision, AI human detection, cloud storage for free for up to 3 days, loop recording, and also 256 gigabyte micro SD card support. I mean, I'm impressed. This tiny 1.5-inch cube design has everything built in. Very impressive, and the video quality is impressive as well. Remember, the app connects instantly so you can live stream the video. This is a great security camera right here, small, compact. I honestly can't believe it. So much stuff packed into this tiny design, and the video quality is actually good. The features are actually good. It's actually a good mini nanny camera. Whether you're using it as a nanny cam, a security camera, just maybe even you could possibly go as far as using it as an action camera. Use it as a vlogging camera. It's really good. Now, of course, if you're using it for something more professional, the audio might not be that good, so you might want to have some external audio recorder going on. But the video, it's great, especially as far as security cameras go. The video quality looks great in this small size. I mean, I've seen bigger cameras than this with worse video quality. That's saying a lot, because I've used a lot of cameras and I'm like, I can't believe it. But this one right here, I can't believe it in a good way. So clear, so small, all the features, and they all work. There's nothing more I could ask for with this thing. Very good nanny cam here. It's got everything you need in a nanny cam, a small security camera, you name it, it's got it.